Kia ora, everybody. Morena. Kia ora. Welcome. Woo! Everybody get your hands up. To the left, to the right. Woo! We're having a party today. Matariki rap party. All right, I'll turn down the music a little bit. Whoa. Whee! Okay, so welcome everybody to OMGTech, let me just, sorry, I need to turn that off. Welcome to our awesome OMGTech Matariki rap party. So it's rap as in we are wrapping up Matariki. We are reflecting on our amazing Matariki experience. And I want you to be thinking about that in your kura. We're going to be incorporating what you did. We are going to be learning to do some stuff in Scratch. We're going to be making some music. We're going to be making some raps. So let's get into it. Oh, there's so many of you. Give me all a big wave. Woo! Nice to see you, everybody around the motu. It is awesome. All right. So my name is Matua Jeff, and I am I love computers. I love doing all sorts of computery things, but I also love music. So that's why we're going to do a rap party today. So first of all, we're going to do a quick karakia. So you can do this with me if you like. I'll do it twice. So it goes like this. Ma te rongo, ka mohio. Ma te mohio, ka marama. Ma te marama, ka matau. Ma te matau, ka ora. So try it with me. Ma te rongo, ka mohio. Ma te mohio, ka marama. Ma te marama, ka matau. Ma te matau, ka ora. Hey, I also want to introduce my lovely co-host, Je. Welcome, Je.
Kia ora. Hi, everyone.
So, Je, can you hear all those ding-dongs that are going on in the background as I come in?
I can't. You
can't hear them on my thing? Cool. So Zoom must be sorting that out. That's great. Okay. So Je is amazing. She helps me in a big way. But we also have some tech experts from Microsoft coming in today to help us. So I want to just say a big kia ora and welcome to those tech experts. So let's bring them in. We have got Noah and actually, hang on a sec. Add spotlight. Let's add them all in. There we go. Hang on a sec. Let's get everybody up. Let's add me in there too. Add Jeff. Here we are. Cool. So welcome. We have Samar, Noah, and Harshal from Microsoft. Samar, where are you beaming in from today?
Hi, kia ora. I'm Samar. I'm from Wellington.
Oh, Wellington. Excellent. And what do you do at Microsoft?
I work with some of my customers or some of the shops like Air New Zealand, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And the Warehouse Group and Mitre 10, and the supermarkets like Pack and Save and in New World, and help them to work with technology. So when you go shopping or when you travel, you have a nicer experience and you can do all the clicks and see things on the dashboard, and everything is very safe and exciting.
Amazing. Noah, welcome. Where are you beaming in from today?
Thanks, Jess. I'm currently beaming in from Auckland, from the desk across from Harshal.
Excellent. Tamaki Makaurau.
Exactly, yes. But originally from Cambridge, which is, where I think you are as well. So we've got that in common.
That's where I'm from, everybody. Te Okahoroi in the Waikato in Cambridge. And what do you do at Microsoft, Noah?
Yeah, so I build stuff alongside our customers. So similar people to who Samar works with. So I work with banks, some people that retail stuff to build things that use data and sort of help make your experience better. I do a little bit of coding, yeah, here and there,
cool.
and building cool things.
Cool. So you can maybe help us today with building our stuff.
Sounds good. I started with Scratch. I've been there before. Yeah, that's
we're going to use Scratch today. So awesome.
Yeah.
Harshal, welcome. Where are you based today?
Kia
Where are you beaming
Kia
in
koto.
from?
Thank you, Jeff. I'm beaming in from Auckland as well. We're actually, like Noah mentioned, we're actually sitting right opposite each other, currently in the office. And I guess my job in Microsoft is to work with companies like the ones Samar mentioned and some others like government and all that, and to look at well-being and to see how tech can help with your own mental well-being as well as other well-being within work. So thank you.
Yeah, and that's really important, isn't it? Especially when we're using computers and spending so much time on computers or phones and things like that. It's really, what's a way that computers can help us with well-being?
Yeah, so actually, great question. So how we work with that is we've got a couple of programs within Microsoft that help you understand what the most optimal time for your working is and leverage that, but also how you can best learn, how you can best protect your time to actually focus on yourself, which is really important, especially now when we are working in this stage where we're always in front of our computers. Like I spend 10 to 12 hours of my day in front of a computer, and I need to make sure that my well-being is taken care of as well. So it makes sure that I can help with that.
Hey, well, thank you for that. It's awesome to have you all joining us in today. And if any of the students, the tauira out there have any questions for Samar or Noah or Harshal who are coming in from Microsoft today, if you think of any questions as we're going along, please put them in the chat or get your kaiako to put them in the chat. And you can also like raise your hand on the computer if you have any questions for them as we're going along today, as you think of things. But I think what we might do right now is just have a think about Matariki. So how was your Matariki, Samar? What did you do?
Thank you. It was really, really exciting because for me, this is the first one where I see the celebration and the respect and how things started. And I have a son who's 7 years old, so he was sharing with me what he was doing at school as well. And we had this big Matariki festival in school, which took us all through how the stars are aligned and what it means, which was really, really amazing. We've enjoyed it a lot. I'm looking forward for next year's one from now.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, Noah?
Yeah, funnily enough, I was down in Cambridge and some wonderful clear skies down there. So I was up in the morning and got to see the stars, which is pretty special. It's always nice to have a clear day, have a clear morning and sort of, admire them as they're sort of coming into view. We're catching up with family. I was down there for the weekend.
Yeah, that's right, because it's a time of the year for catching up with whānau and friends and having some kai and looking at the stars and thinking about, the people who have passed away and thinking about the year ahead. Harshal, what did you do for Matariki?
Yeah, so actually we first did a thing at Microsoft here in the office. We did a Matariki event here, and it was really good to do it with the Microsoft whānau and really talk about what it means to everyone and also understand a little bit more about the history of it. But for me, during the weekend, I actually had the opportunity to play in a football tournament. So that was how my weekend was filled with. So my game started as early as 7:30, so I was up pretty early and I got to see the beautiful stars in the sky in the morning, which was really good. And yeah, at the end of the day, if you're wondering, we did win that tournament, which is really good. So at the end of Matariki weekend, got a trophy as well, which is quite cool. Nice.
Hey, thank you all for coming today and sharing a little bit about yourselves and the work that you do at Microsoft. For me, it's really amazing and inspiring to kind of hear about the jobs that are out there that are not just coding, but there's lots of other jobs that we can do. So can I get all the students, all the tauira, to give a big paki, big round of applause for our special guests from Microsoft today. Thank you so much for coming in, Samanoa and Harshal, and joining us. And I hope you can stick around for a little bit and maybe do some coding and things like that. But right now we are going to sing a song, I think. Let me share my screen. I'll jump to, where is it? Here it is. And I can, so some of you might have done this before. You might know this song with Miss Nikki. It is awesome song. We're just going to use this to kind of remember the stars and the names and get used to it. I'm going to sing along. You can sing along too. If you know the actions, do them.
Jeff, we can't hear them.
You can't hear it?
No.
Okay, let me just make sure that you can hear that. Let me go to share. Can you hear it now?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yay! Thank you. Here we go. Waipurangi, tupuarangi, iwaiterangi, e matariki.
Waipurangi, tupuanuku, tupuarangi, urirangi pohutakawa, hiwaiterangi,
Matariki. I can't remember that. Oh, that's right. She's going to show us. Rangi, tupuanuku, tupuarangi, rangi pohutakawa, hiwaiterangi, e matariki. One more time. Rangi, tupuarangi, hiwaiterangi. Yay! All right, so we are actually going to make a rap out of that. Something that's kind of similar. So this is the time we are going to make our own rap a little bit later on, but first of all, we're going to do some stuff in Scratch. So what you need to do now, Tauira is going to get your computers, your laptops, your iPads, your devices, whatever you're using today, get them out and get them ready, get signed on to your account, signed in. And the first thing that I want you to do is open up Google Chrome. If it's on your, or open up your web browser, whether it's Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, anything like that. And I want you to search for Scratch. Okay, that's SCRATCH. I'll make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see it. SCRATCH. And you should see something a bit like this. Comes up with Scratch. Now let me know if I'm going too fast for you, okay, as we go through. So click on that first result that comes in. Now you can see that I'm logged in here. So I will quickly log out. There we go. This is what you will see. Now, if you do have a Scratch login, this is the time to click on sign in. If you don't, you can either join now or just start creating. So I suggest for now that you just start creating. You can always save this and do things a little bit later. So you can either click on create or click start creating here. That's what I'm going to do. Click start creating. And it usually comes up with this tutorial video, but we're just going to close that for the moment. Now, for those of you who haven't used Scratch before, I'll tell you a quick little bit about it. This cat here is Scratch Cat, and Scratch Cat is on our, this is kind of like our stage, our area where everything happens. And we can move the cat about. Yeah, we can change the size of that area by clicking these buttons up the top. There's one there and one that goes full screen. So that's kind of the output of what we're going to do. And you'll also notice that that cat is down here. And when I hover over it, it's got a trash can. That's to remove it. But I think for now, I'll just keep it. So it's called a sprite. And a sprite it can be a character. It's really just an image of some sort that we can manipulate or move around. We can rename it. So I could call this cat. Just click into the screen and you'll notice that we've got X and Y here. Those are special coordinates that change. You'll notice that as I move him around, let me just make my screen a bit bigger so you can see that. The coordinates will change. I can change the size of Scratch Cat. I can type in 50, makes Scratch Cat smaller, or 200 to make Scratch Cat bigger. But 100 is like 100%. So that's the normal size of Scratch Cat. We can also hide and change the direction if we want. Okay, so we've got that, and we've got a stage, and this is an important part of what we're going to do now. So if you click on the stage, is there anything in the backdrop? No, there's not. So a backdrop is kind of like what happens in the background. At the moment, it's just white. It's really boring. So we're going to make it really interesting. We're going to put Matariki, the stars of Matariki, in the background, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So what we do is open up a new tab, because we are going to search for a picture that we're going to download to our computer and put into our Scratch project. So I want you to search for Matariki stars. Okay. Now, when you search, you can click on images to view more, like this. And you can see there are lots of images here. Now, the Te Iwa or Matariki, the 9 stars of Matariki, you can see there are some images here. But the one that I want has a picture on it. It's a little bit like this one. But actually, I want one with the names. There's one there, but I think there's another one somewhere else. Let's see if I can find it. I'll just keep scrolling. Let me try this one. Oh, here's one. Now, normally, when we go and look at photos on the web, all these photos have been created by somebody. So it's really important that we respect the time and effort that the person has gone into making that image, and that we don't use it without permission. Now, I've gained permission from the artist who created this image to use it in my Scratch project, and with the understanding that others can use this and will remix it. So I've got a project which already has this Scratch a template, if you like. It already has this image in it. And I'll put this into the chat so that you can see it. Now, you can, if you are logged into Scratch, you can just use this template. You can remix it and use it. It just has some backgrounds inside it. But if you're not, you have permission to use this as long as you credit Te Haunui Tuna, who is the artist who created this image. So to download this image so that we can put it into our Scratch project, we need to right click on it like this, right click. And first of all, we're going to open up the image in a new tab so that we can see it just by itself, like this. Now, if you're on a tablet, well, I'm not sure how you would do it actually, but if you don't have a mouse, usually it's the right side of the trackpad that you can right click. You can click on that to open up something like this. Now there should be an option under here that says save image as, or save image. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on that to save this image. I'm going to save it to my downloads folder. And you can see there that it's just downloaded to my computer. So now I can go back to my Scratch project and go to the stage, click on the stage. And when I hover down the bottom of the stage, there is an icon, which has got a little plus sign. And if you hover your mouse over it, it will pop up some options here. So there's choose a backdrop, paint, surprise, and upload backdrop. And it's the upload backdrop that we need in order to upload something from our computer. So that's what I'm going to do now. You probably won't be able to see it as I'm doing this, but I'm going and grabbing this backdrop here. And you can see it has loaded it onto my computer, and it's opened up the image editor in backdrops here. Now, I can't resize it, unfortunately. So what I need to do is convert it to vector. Click on convert to vector, and that will change it, and it will allow me to resize this image. So I'm going to drag out the sides, drag these little points that are on the sides here so that it covers the full screen. So you can see now on my stage area that it's covering the entire screen. If I click this, there we go. Okay, hopefully you've been able to keep up with all that. I apologize if I'm going too fast, but do let me know and type something in the comments if I'm going too fast, or if you have any questions and je can answer or ask me a question. Right, so now that we have a backdrop, we have on my image, it's got the names as well. What I'm going to do is actually get rid of the cat. So I clicked on the trash can that was there. Let me go full screen. And I'm going to add, well, actually, maybe I should, yeah, I'm going to add a sprite now. So click on the cat, the green cat, or the cat that's got a plus sign. You can just click on it and it should come up and allow you to choose a sprite. What we're going to do now is create some music. So I'm going to choose this stereo ghetto blaster thingy and put it maybe up here, maybe down here. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is get this thing, whatever you've chosen. I've chosen a ghetto blaster stereo to play some music. Now the music is stored up in the top left corner here where it says sounds. There is a sounds tab, a costumes tab, and a code tab. And we'll get to the code tab soon, but right now we're going to play around with the sounds. So there are already some sounds in here. If I play them, maybe can you tell me if they actually sound?
I can hear that.
Great. Okay. So there are sounds that are built in here. And you can change them by using some of these things. But I'm actually going to go and get a new sound because I want a kind of a background, a beat. I want to make a beat that I can rap over. So I'm going to go down to down the bottom left corner here and click on choose a sound and then go to loops. And I'm going to pick a loop. When you hover over the play, the little play symbol, it's that round thing with the triangle in it, it will play some of the music. So you can decide what you want to rap over, what kind of beat. Oh, okay, I'm going to get this one. I like this one. Okay, I like that. And what the rap that I'm going to rap is just the names, like we did for the Waiti, Waita, Waipunarangi, except we're going to rap it. So it's going to be like Waiti, Waita. The only difference between singing and rapping is that singing has more melody. We raise and lower our pitch. Da, 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 da. You can do that with rap too, but so I've got this sound. It's called dance head nod. I could change that to whatever I want to call it, but I'll leave it there at the moment. So let's get it looping. I'll click on the code area, code tab, and then I'm going to go down to sound and grab the start sound and drag that out. I think it's this one. It could be the other one. There's two here, play sound until done and start sound. I'll start with this one, but I might need to change it. Okay. So the next thing, in order for what I want to happen is when I click on the stereo, it starts the sound. So that's what I'm going to do. Now to do that, I need something called an event. I need to click on the yellow events category and grab one of these blocks, drag this yellow block called when this sprite is clicked. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. And then connect them together. So these blocks connect together a little bit like Lego. And you can see that the yellow sprite has a little hump, a little bump on the top. Now that bump means that it's a starting block. And the way that the computer reads it, all our code, is it starts at the top and then it just moves down line by line. So this should be enough. Let me try it. I'll test it out by clicking the stereo. So you can mess around with it by playing, by clicking on the beats or clicking on the thing. Oh, it just started it, it stopped. Okay, so I don't want it to stop. I want it to keep going. So I need to find a way to repeat or loop that sound around. Now we have that under the control, the orange control category, this one here. There's a couple of loops and they have a different shape from the other blocks. They look like this. They kind of have a space inside them to put code. So this one's called forever. It's obviously going to repeat it forever and ever and ever. If I drag this up like this, you can see its shadow behind, and if I go like that, it just clicks into place, and now it should start playing this sound forever. So if I click it, stop, that didn't sound good. So I stopped it by clicking the red stop sign at the top here, just at the top of the stage. There's also a go sign. So that was obviously the wrong sound, because what it's doing is starting the sound and then starting another sound and another sound and another sound. And so it just sounds like a big mess. So I need to get rid of that one and drop it back into the code block area. Go back to sounds and select play sound until done. So let me try that now. And I'll just wait to see if it keeps going. Yep, it did it.
Jeff,
Yes.
some of the students might lost when you started doing the sound. So if you got time, you might want to repeat that a little bit.
How to do the sound? How to put the sound in?
I think how to do the sound, both of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do it again. So I've got that sound. So obviously we need some kind of sprite, okay? And what I did, because I might like to change the sounds around, I can go back to this tab on the top. I'm going to remove all the sounds that I'm not using. And I go down to the bottom here, the bottom left corner, there's a add sound or choose a sound. So let me go grab another sound. I'll click on that. And oh, I want to click on loops. Click on loops. Now I have to think about waiti, waita, waipunarangi, tupua nuku, tupua rangi. I could probably use that. It's a little bit fast for me. So let me do that again. So we've got play sound is the one that we want to use. This play sound block, which is in sounds. We need to start the sound off when we click the sprite. In fact, what I might do is just go and make another sprite. How are we doing for time, Je?
We got 21 minutes to go.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay, so I'll get something else. I'll get a keyboard. Here we go. Keyboard. I'll go to sounds. I'll get rid of all these sounds, even though they are lovely. I'm going to choose my loop, which I think was that one, the dance chill loop. All right, so I'm going to go and grab the when this sprite clicked. That's our starting block. That's our event. So we get that from the yellow events category. The next thing I need is my loop to loop this sound. So I go to the control, the orange control category, and drag the forever block underneath the sprite, or when the sprite is clicked. And finally, go and click on this, the purple or pink sound category, sound drawer, and drag out play sound and put that inside your forever loop. And test it out by clicking your sprite. Nice. So now I've got two different sounds. So now that I have a sound, I need to record my rap. So this is where you need to remember the names. Remember, it's Waiti, Waita, Waipunarangi, Tupua Nuku, Tupua Rangi, Ururangi Pohutakawa, Hiwai Terangi, E Matariki. So I'm going to do that over the music. So what I might do is click on the backdrop. I'll record my rap in the backdrop. We can do that, which is pretty cool. Let me think. Yep, I'll just record it in here. I'll get rid of the pop sound. But what I'll do first is start the beat that I want to record it to. Now I can't remember which one. Tupua nuku, tupua rangi uru, rangi paputakawa, hiwai te rangi e matariki. It's a little bit fast. I might use this one. Yeah, I'll use that. So I'm going to now go down to, I'm not going to choose a sound, but I'm going to record a sound. So there's, if you go to the sounds tab and go down to the little add sound icon on the left-hand side and either hover over it so it pops up and go to record, which has got this microphone icon. Click that, and this, when I click record, it will start recording my voice. It might pop up with something saying that your browser wants to allow to record your voice. So this is, you just click allow. Okay, here we go. I'll give it one more time and I'll click record now. Waiti, Waita, Waipunarangi, Tupua Nuku, Tupua Rangi, Ururangi Pohutakawa, Hiwai Te Rangi, E Matariki. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I might just trim the start of that and I'll play it to test it. Waiti, Waita, Waipunarangi. Sounds okay. Let me stop this music. Let me check the sound. Waiti, Waita, Waipunarangi. Tupua nuku, tupua rangi uru. Okay, so I've got the sound, but I need to decide how I'm going to, when I'm going to play it. I could record this onto a sprite. That's a possibility. I could maybe stick it on this one instead. I might do that actually. So I'm going to delete dance chill out music. And instead, I'll choose any sound, really, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is click and drag and delete all the music in this sound. So you can drag these cursors, these things, and then click delete up the top here. That's going to delete the sound. Now, the reason that I'm going to delete it, and I'll call this Matariki rap. The reason I'm going to delete it is because I'm going to paste my rap, copy and paste from the backdrop to my keyboard sprite. Bit tricky, but I'll show you how I do this. So do the same thing here. I click and drag. I'm going to select the whole thing of my rap and then click copy. Now it's copied. So now I can click on my keyboard and click paste. Waiti waita waipunarangi to paste it back in. So now I should have, let me check my code. I've got my Matariki rap on here. Waiti waita waiti waita waiti 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 waita waipunarangi. Tupua nuku tupua rangi ururangi. Okay, and I'll click the stop thing to make that work. So let me put them together now. I'll play my music, click on, okay. Let's go. Waiti waita waipunarangi. Tupua nuku tupua rangi ururangi. Waiti waita waiti waiti waita waipunarangi. So you can mess around with those sounds and playing with them. What I think I'm going to do now, this is a little bit more advanced, is I'm going to cut up the sound. So it's got waiti, waita. I'm going to cut up all those sounds into each star. And then I'm going to have the same code that when you click on the star, it plays the little rap. So I'll show you an example. I'll choose a new sprite, search for star, grab this star, and I'll drag it over to YT. So my Matariki rap is in my keyboard. And if I click play, YT, waita. So the space, the amount is just this first little bit, I think. Let me check. YT, 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 YT. Okay, so what I can do now is the same thing that I did before. Copy that. In fact, I've just thought of another way to do it. You could do it this way, or maybe we could copy it to new. Let's try this. YT. It works. Okay, so YT, but I need it on my star here. YT. So how do I get it from one to the other? Can I simply drag it? I can just drag it onto my star. That's so much easier. I did not know that you could do that in Scratch. That is amazing. Woohoo! I love it when I learn new things. Okay, so now I can get rid of that collect. Now I have YT on here. Let me play it. YT. And you can mess around with the sounds. You can make it into a robot voice. YT. No. YT. Undo. YT. That's better. Okay, YT. So I can even take the same code, I think, from the keyboard. This is the nice thing about Scratch, is that you can drag and drop code and sounds onto other sprites. So I'm going to do this with YT. I'm going to take my code from that was playing the sound, and I'm going to drag it onto YT. You can see it it does a little wobble when it's ready to go, and I drag it and drop it. But actually, I don't need the forever loop. I don't think. Because it's so short, I just need my YT sound when it's clicked. Let me test it. YT. Okay, that's one done. Okay, but so you can see what is what I might do next. I'll do one more. I won't do all of them because I'll leave that for you so you can do that in class. And I might want to actually make my own rap over the top of this as well. So let me do one more. Let's do the same thing. In fact, you can duplicate sprites in Scratch by right-clicking on the sprite, and it pops up at this little menu down the bottom here, and it's got duplicate. So you can just duplicate that, and it will contain all the sound, all the code. Obviously, I need to change the sound and the name. So the next one I want to do is YTAR. YTAR. Okay, so click enter. Now that's YTAR. I need to change the sound. So I'll get rid of that sound, go back to my keyboard and find the YTAR sound. YT. Okay, I think I've found it. It's from here up to here. Let me play this. YTAR. Sounds a bit funny when it's just by itself. YTAR. Okay, now what do I do? I copy to new. That's right, copy to new. And I'll rename this. Let me just check it. YTAR. That's okay. So this is YTAR. And now I can just drop this, drag it and drop it onto my YTAR star. Now this must be my YTAR star. So let me drag it over here, put it on YTAR. But it's not playing. So I need to change the sound to YTAR and test it. YTAR. That's working. YT. So you can see I'm kind of turning it into a game where I'm where I'm learning about the names. So if I put some music on too, let me go full screen. Oh, and I have to get it in time. It's a bit hard without a touch screen. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, how are we doing for time? Let me have a look. 11:53. Oh, we've only got 7 minutes. Goodness, that went fast. Let me just, I want to see how you are all going. Let me just check on you all. How's everybody doing? I'm going to change my view so I can see everybody. Oh, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Cool. A few thumbs up. Does anybody have any questions? Does everybody know what they need to do? Or I hope you all do. Okay, let me go back to what I might do is just give a quick example of, I might record a little rap about what I did in Matariki, and maybe that could be on my keyboard as well. Shush. Because I won't need it. Once I've got all my stars in place, I can click my stars to get in. So let me go full screen again, go to my keyboard. Here's my Matariki rap. I've got my other things. I guess first I need to actually sit down and write a rap, right? That's what I need to do first. So this is where you might need pen and pencil and write down a couple of ideas about the things that you did. So for example, I got up near dawn. I was up at dawn to see stars of Matariki. And then I need to think of rhyming words. So words which have the same kind of end sound. So if I think of dawn, what rhymes with dawn? Any suggestions? So I could say, got up for Matariki at the break of dawn. The thing with rap, it has to have a flow, a rhythmical flow. So this might take some time, but this is my challenge to you. I'll try and make something really quick to record, but then you can do this. You can take your time with it and make it really good. This will be not so good. So let me think. Went up, got up the morning at the break of dawn, or in the night sky. It was because it was kind of night.
Just check the chat box.
Yeah.
Sama gave you an example.
Oh,
like stood on my lawn.
Oh yeah, Sama, that's great. Okay, so we have to rhyme the kind of the end words. So yeah, lawn. Okay, got up in the morning just before dawn. Got up in the morning. Got up because it's got to fit in. Got up this morning at the break. Just got up this morning just before dawn. Went outside and stood out on my lawn. Okay, got up. I need to write these words down. Got up this morning. Anybody else got any ideas that I could rhyme? Got up this morning at the break of dawn, just before dawn. Just before dawn. Went outside. Stood on my lawn. I actually had binoculars. So what rhymes with binocular? Binoculars. You got one for me, Samar? What rhymes with binoculars? Went outside, stood on my lawn. Looked at the sky. Looked at the sky. What did I see? Matariki staring back at me. That'll do just for now as an example. Okay, so let me go into Scratch and let's make this happen with my amazing rapping skills. Okay, here we go. Right, I need to record it. I need my backing track on, so I'll click on that. I'll go to record. Here we go. Okay. I can re-record this, so don't worry too much. Got up this morning just before dawn, went outside and stood on my lawn. I looked at the sky and what did I see? Matariki staring right back at me. Oh, Don't know. I might record a few. Let me just check it. Got up. Oh, I need to cut this. Got up this morning just before dawn. Went outside and stood on my lawn. Okay. I'm relatively happy with that. That's take one. I'll call that my rap take one. So when rappers or singers are recording things, they often do multiple recordings, what they call takes. Okay, so I'll keep with this for the moment, just because of time. I want to wrap this up. Wrap this up. Wrap out OMGTech. Wrap up. Let me just put it onto my rap. Okay, let's test this out. Got up this morning just before dawn. Got up this morning just before dawn. Went outside and stood on my lawn. I looked at the sky, and what did I see? Matariki staring right back at me. Yeah, needs a bit of work, right? But it just shows you kind of, what you could possibly do. Anyway, I hope that was fun, and I hope you've got lots to work on for your Matariki rap party. Thank you all so much for joining in with us today here at the OMGTech workshops. It was amazing. Hope you all had lots of fun. And I want to just say another thank you to all our wonderful Microsoft guests, Harshal, Samar, Noah, who was here. Thank you so much for joining us today. And look forward to seeing you all online sometime. So thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Kayako will send you details about how you can access this again in the live stream, so you can watch it again or with other classes. See you all later. Have a great day.
Thank you.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.